Thank you for the thumbs up. Hello, girlie. What's going on? How is everyone doing this afternoon? Me? I'm fabulous, darling. Who, me? I'm fabulous, girl. I just hate traffic. I really do hate it. Who, me? Yes, you. Who, me? Yes, you, girl. How is everyone doing this cold and brisk afternoon in this wonderful land that we live in? How's everyone's afternoon? Tell me how your afternoon was, darling. Let me know in the comments. How was your evening? How was your work day? Let me know in the comments below, please. I had a pretty good day at work. I can't complain. I can't complain. The sun is still like, not the sun, but the sky is still kind of bright a little bit. It looks nice. The sunset set in and everything's turning dark. That's the only thing I hate about the cold, when it gets dark and cold and everything's dead. The trees are done. The leaves are done. Like, I hate that. I had a pretty good day today, y'all. I can't complain. Your girl can't complain about a darn thing. I had a I had a filet of fish sandwich today at McDonald's, and it was fresh. You could tell that they just fried it, and it was so good. I love McDonald's filet of fish, honey. McDonald's filet of fish be everything, and I ain't had no ketchup to put on it, but that's what I had. I was attempting to go to my job today and do a bank drop, but I didn't realize today was a holiday. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that until I pulled up to the bank and anybody, the doors were locked. So I'm like, gosh darn it. But I had a pretty good day. One of my managers at work, he's like out sick. And it sounds like he's pretty sick. I'm like, wonder what's wrong with him. I wonder what's wrong with him. I hope he's okay. What is going on? I gotta run a few errands before I go back to the shelter. Yes, if you guys don't know me, I live in a homeless shelter in the United States of America. And I come here and I talk about my life being a homeless woman. And this morning, I had a few rants. I had a few rant videos this morning. Well, not a few. Yeah, I guess a few. I had a live stream and I had little bit of ranting I was doing because I was sick and tired of these trolls coming in here attacking me. Attacking me, darling. I was being under attack this morning. Multiple people, and they're still attacking me in the comments. And it's so funny because half of them I don't even read. But I'm always ready for a good fight. I'm always ready for a good tussle and throwdown. Yes, come on over here. Come on over. Come on over. Show me what you got, baby. Come on over and give me what you got, baby. Hit it with your best shot. Somebody gonna say, "Oh, now she want to be a singer." Somebody gonna say, "Now she want to be a singer. Now she want to be a singer. Now she want to be a singer, singer, singer." Underhand him. Hi, Rhonda. How are you? How was your day? Hi, Shannon. How you doing? We want to see you. I'm homeless because I had an eviction in 2023. Well, it's actually 2024. Yeah, because we're going into 2026. So that would be 2 years. I was always saying it was 2023, but it was actually January of 2024. Yeah. I had my dates mixed up. I was always saying January 2023, and it was really January of 2024. Because January 2024 until January 2026 will be exactly 2 years. In 2024, it would be 3 years. So I was always saying the wrong date. It's cold, but I'm good. Telling you, Ron, you gotta get some of those hot gloves, honey. Gotta get the hot gloves. They work. I'm off today, and I want to do a sleep. That sounds nice. I'm just getting off of work, and all I want to do is go somewhere and sleep. But unfortunately, in my situation, I can't go into the shelter and sleep the way I want to because there's kids in the room with me. Kids aren't bad, but I can't get a rush for nothing. So I know I'm not going to get any rest until I get my own place. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to rest the way I want to until I get my own space. And that is okay. You know what I mean? But I had a fillet of fish from McDonald's today. And I believe that is going to be my dinner as well. And the fillet of fish was fresh. You could tell that they just threw it down. And it was a fresh fillet of fish because it was real hot. You could tell that it wasn't sitting around for, it wasn't sitting around. But again, I'm working again. I'm working tomorrow 9 to 5, which I'm happy about that. I love when I get me a good old 9 to 5, honey. But again, I talk about homeless shelter life, and I'm reading a lot of comments that people were sending me this morning, and just comments over the last couple of weeks or so. And of course, I got trolls coming in here. People are telling me that I'm not grateful, and just all this stuff that people are just saying that doesn't make any sense at all. Like some people are so dumb they don't even know how stupid they really sound. Oh, what they're telling me, oh, leave the shelter and go into an extended stay. If I could afford an extended stay, I wouldn't be in a shelter if I could afford something else. I wouldn't be there if I could afford an extended stay. I stayed in an extended stay until I ran out of my savings. And some people be wanting to know like more about my business than what I'm willing to tell. So the only thing I'm going to tell and let y'all know is I am homeless. I am living in a homeless shelter, and that is it. So when something changes in my life and y'all see me inside another hotel and I'm able to afford that, y'all gonna see that over time. But I've been getting attacked left and right because now people are telling me like what I was saying about the girls in the room. Like I said, when I was new in that room, I opened myself up and I was friendly to them. I wasn't like the other shelter. The other shelter, I was pretty much quiet. I barely said one word to anybody. These girls, they're younger girls. They gotta be in their 20s. They gotta be in their mid 20s, late 20s, or whatever. They're young women. Somebody else said in the comments, well, instead of talking about them, why don't you do something to help them? What am I going to do? I work for a living. I come back to the shelter. I am tired. You don't want to step in and try to help somebody with their kids because they can get offended and they can get mad at you for that. They can get offended and they can get mad at you and they say, well, you're not, these are my kids. These are my kids. So I'm not going to step in and help anyone. I'm not stepping in to help anyone unless she asks me, hey, could you. But I don't believe that she would because she has her other children to help her. She got older kids there to help her. I don't sit here and talk about these women and bash them. I was in their position at one point in time in my life. I was a single mom too. I know what it's hitting for. I'm not bashing these women because they got all these kids. What I bash is the nasty, dirty room that we live in. They think it's normal to be in a room that smells like urine. They think it's normal to take off diapers from babies and put them into a diaper genie where the whole room smells bad. When I raise my children, I put a diaper right outside to the garbage can so we don't have to smell the piss and the urine. I'm not their mother. I'm not their keeper. I'm not their babysitter. I'm not going to keep up with that. And some people are reading me wrong, thinking that I'm sitting here like talking about these girls. I'm not talking about them. If I see the girls sitting around all day, they didn't even send their kids to school yesterday. You didn't put your kid on the bus. That's a problem. Because now when I go back to the shelter after working all day and I want to close my eyes and relax, your kids are in the room running around. And they're not bad kids. I'm not saying that these are bad, terrible kids and they're bouncing off the walls. They're really not. But the thing is, I'm not saying too much about the mothers. I am really saying the staff members, the people that run that shelter, should be doing their job. Those are the people that I have a problem with. Because if the staff members were on these girls' backs enough, that shelter shouldn't look and smell the way that it does if people are doing their job. That's what I'm saying. So people are getting it wrong thinking that, oh, you're bashing the girls. Like, I'm not bashing anyone. I'm not better than them. But the things that I see, it goes back to the leadership that's at that shelter. The leadership is doing nothing. So please don't come over here telling me I'm bashing somebody, because really I'm not bashing nobody. We are all in the same position. We are all homeless. What do I look like? I've been a single mom before. I know what it's hitting for. But I know certain things me as a single mom I wouldn't do. I'm not going to bash her. Maybe she didn't have her mother to help guide her, lead her. But what I see is a whole bunch of foolishness. And I'm going to talk about it. I'm not better than nobody. I don't got my head stuck up my behind. Heck, I'm homeless too. But when I see foolishness, we're going to talk about the foolishness. And if you don't like me talking about the foolishness, you don't have to stay here and watch nothing that I do. And I guarantee you I will be fine. I will be fine because I'm still going to grow. My channel is still going to be here, and I'm still going to produce content, and I'm still going to go into these shelters, and I'm going to point out the things that need to change. If y'all want to help people, we can't lay down and let people come into a shelter and treat it like it's a garbage pen, like it's a pig pen, a pigsty. The staff members that get paid hourly should be up on things like that. The counselors should be up on things like that. But when you have a whole management team that don't care, they don't care about the girls. That's a money grab. They're getting paid. They're whatever. That's who I'm really on. I'm not even really on the girls too much. Yeah, the girls should be doing this. They should be a little bit cleaner. They should take the diapers outside. Yeah, but you know what? The staff members that work there for 8-9 hours a day should be on their case about that. I don't sit there and portray that I'm better than somebody because she got all these kids. I had kids once too. My kids are older now. I was in their shoes once before. I'm not going to sit there and bash them. I've never really bashed them. Somebody's like, oh, well, you should help them. Like, help who? Help who? Somebody change a diaper? If the girl asked me for help with something and I'm not doing anything, yes, I would help her. If she said, hey, can you hold my baby while I go take a shower or something? Yeah, but she has other kids. So she chooses her kids to help them. She gonna rather choose her older children to help her with the baby because the older kids are always helping her with the baby, as they should. They're a family. She's not gonna ask me. I'm a whole stranger to her. It doesn't matter how nice, cool, calm, and collective I may be to them. I am still a stranger to them. I am a stranger to them. So people are skeptical when it comes to their children. I stay out the way. When it comes to people's kids, girl, I stay out the way. I don't want no accusations being thrown about me. I don't want my name being put in nothing. But it's very finicky when you have a shelter and you have single women that don't have any kids with them, and you mix them in with other women that got children. That doesn't mix. The shelter really should have the single women on one side and then all the mothers that have children on another side, because mixing the mothers with the children can cause a lot of problems. And the staff members, they probably know that, but I think they probably sit in the office and they probably laugh, like laughing, like, I know she smelled that. I do smell it. I smell it. I do smell the smells. What am I supposed to do? That's how people can start getting into fights and having altercations in places like shelters. When it's, you know, the mothers are mixed with the children, and then the mothers that have the babies, they're not keeping things clean. That's the problem. That's where the problem sets in. So the shelter is the one that needs to really change a lot of their rules and regulations. The mother yesterday, the one that stayed in my room, she got 6 kids, right? I came back yesterday. None of the 6 children went to school. So I'm sitting here looking at the mother, because let me tell you something. If that was my daughter and she had 6 kids and she's in my house with 6 children that she was too lazy to get out of bed to get her children together to put on the bus, sis, we got a problem. When those kids need to be in school, they need to be in school every day unless they're sick. And I know 6 of them was not sick. So I was here and hold your hand and treat you like no baby. You're a grown woman and you have children. So that you are responsible for. And on top of that, you as a woman living in a place like a shelter, you don't want nobody to call DCP on, DIFUS on you. People will call DIFUS when your kids are not going to school. Heck, the counselors, they'll call DIFUS. They'll call DIFUS on you. Then you got DCPMP chasing you around. That's not what you want as a woman. But I'm the one that everybody say, oh, something's wrong with me. I'm not dealing with no foolishness. The shelter shouldn't deal with the foolishness. They need to be more strict. They need to be more strict with the mothers. I'm in the room. The mothers with the kids doesn't mix with the single women that don't have no children with them. That don't mix very well. That's not a good that's not good. There's other rooms with mothers in it too, and I'm sure there's probably another single woman like me in another room. I don't know for sure. I'm not bashing any mothers. I'm not bashing those women. If they ask me, hey, can you help me with this? I would say yeah, because I'm a good person, right? I'm not going to sit here and see nobody suffering or, if I can help one of the mothers, if the mother, oh man, I don't feel so good today. Can you feed my baby this bottle? Sure. Especially if I'm there. I'm not bashing those women. I'm really bashing the staff members because they're lazy. They should be all up and through those rooms. Okay, we smelling some nasty smells. Do y'all got some dirty diapers under the bed? Like, come on now. It's a trash can outside. Take the dirty diapers straight to the trash can. So we don't have to smell dirty diapers. Nobody wants to smell dirty diapers. If you want to smell dirty diapers, let me come to your house and drop them off in your house, and then you see how that feels. I know a shelter ain't perfect. A shelter is not my personal home. Oh, well, go find you an apartment. That sounds great, but I need the finances to get there. And then people coming in my comments asking me, oh, how's your progress with finding? The progress is finances. Money is needed. I am working on finding me a second job. So when people come here and they try to clown me, honey, make sure you got your ducats in a row when you coming at me. Because, sis, do you even know what you're talking about? I talk about things that I want to do for the longest time since I've been on this channel. I'm not sitting around here flopping. Hey, Dr. J. Hi, Rhonda. People crack me up, man. You weren't bashing, just stating fact. Yeah, I wasn't bashing those women. I wouldn't bash those women. Those women look just like me. They look just like me. They look like me. But yes, I got my crooked eye on them. I'm like, come on, sis, tighten up a little bit. And they're young girls. Like, they got to be in their 20s. Maybe one of them might be pushing 30. You know what I'm saying? They look young. I'm not bashing anybody. If one of them girls came out of pocket and asked me for a help, of course I'm a helper. I look at them as my little sisters. But come on, y'all. We can keep this room clean. Come on, y'all. Let's go get a mop and mop this floor. Sweep the floor, mop the floor. Let's take turns on keeping this place clean. Wipe down the mattresses. What day we washing laundry? So we don't have to smell anything. If this is all of our room that we have to, stay in together, let's make this a clean environment. When the first day that I went to that shelter, the girl was in the room sweeping up. She had a broom and a dustpan where she was sweeping up a whole bunch of trash that was on the floor. But I remember when I moved in there, the staff members was telling me, oh, you can't have food in here. You can't even have water bottles. You can't have nothing. Everything that they tell me I can't have, I see these girls with the things that they tell me I can't have. So I was like, oh, well, the girls, they be having strollers and stuff. So they pulling them strollers and they pulling all types of food and snacks and whatever. They have kids. I understand. Y'all got babies. I get it. I'm not bashing anybody. I look at them women as my sisters. Hell, those women look just like me. They're black women. They look just like me. I'm not bashing them. I'm just saying, sis, come on now, tighten up. Let's tighten up a little bit. I know it's hard, you being a mom of 6 children, but they're your kids. And they need to go to school. You don't want DIFAS after you, because they will take you behind the court. There's no reason that you didn't get your kids up. I'm up every day 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Your baby, you got the little baby crying for milk at 5 something in the morning, which I don't even care about that. I get a little like, damn, that baby crying kind of loud over there, you know. But I start getting up at this time anyway. She was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I said, sis, listen, I had kids before too. I know how it is. Those babies want that milk. I get it. But I'm not bashing nobody. I'm not bashing no mother with no children. I'm just saying, I really say this about the shelter. The shelter need to be doing more. Tighten them draw straps. Come in them rooms and see what's going on. I don't see none of the staff there doing room checks or nothing. I see people just sitting in the office shooting the breeze on their phones, sleeping, doing whatever they do. You don't never know what's happening in that shelter. Y'all should be doing walkarounds every 30 minutes and what's going on in the shelter and let people know that, we on top of this. We seeing what's going on here. Imagine the way my room looks. Imagine how my room smells. Imagine the other rooms. I don't have no choice. I have to be in that shelter. Do you think if I didn't have to be in the shelter, I wouldn't be there? If I had somewhere else to go, trust me, baby, I would be somewhere else. It's not a choice that I want to be there. It's not a choice. I come on here and talk about homelessness, my experience in a homeless shelter, what I go through. And sometimes when trolls start trolling and people start writing ignorant comments, there go some other people coming in. Everybody got something to say, and that's fine. Because I put my life out there, but I'm not telling you all my life. I share what I want to share. And if you feel like I'm ranting or somebody saying, oh, take a breath, breathe, like I'm just speaking about my experience. And if people don't want to hear me speak about my experience, baby, you can leave. You ain't got to be here. You ain't got to be here. Whatever you think about me, I could give a damn about that. I don't care. Because I'm still going to be on here every single day. You can report my videos, report my comments, report whatever you want to report. I'm going to still be here, baby. We ain't going nowhere. Even when I find a place, whether it's a hotel, a motel, or the Holiday Inn, I'm going to still be around, baby. Also, people asking me, what are you doing to better your situation? I got to wait on the jobs to call and contact me. What you think I'm doing? Trying to find a second job. It's not easy out here. It's not even easy nowadays to find the smallest little stupid job. It's not easy to even find a job at McDonald's damn near. It's hard. And I got to figure out my job because I have to line it up with the job that I already have. I don't be on this platform asking people for money, asking people for donations. Oh, donate to my GoFundMe or donate. I don't ask nobody for nothing. People see the light in my eyes. They see what's going on. I don't be on her bashing nobody, and I wasn't bashing nobody in the other shelter. I call it what it is. I call a spade a spade. And then another person came in here and said something like, what did they say? Yeah, they have nothing. And I understand the fact that a shelter is going to have us do our work, right? A shelter is supposed to teach us, well, the people that don't know how to keep stuff clean and everything. We have to be in a shelter. I understand we have chores to do and this and that. We're responsible to keep our living quarters clean. I get that, right? But they still should have a maintenance person maybe walking around and overseeing stuff. That's what those staff are for that work at the shelters. They are there to run and maintenance the place. It's like a mom and a dad in a home. They're going to go into the room when the kids go off to school or before the kids go off to school. That's what my parents did. Before we went to school, my mom be in there like, go tighten up that bed. Go put your sneakers in the closet. Go get all those clothes that fell off them hangers in the closet and put them hangers, hang them jackets up. That's what we need at the shelter. That's what we had at the other shelter when I was in. They didn't play with us over there. And like I said, some of the things at this new shelter is a joke to me. Because at the other shelter, they didn't put up with that dirty stuff. You wasn't smelling urine when you walked into a room. But that's what I'm subject to deal with being in a shelter. So I tell y'all, don't lose your apartment. Don't become homeless, because these are the type of conditions that you have to be subject to live in. And it's not fun. It's not fun. I'm not here to bash these girls that are in their 20s. These women look just like me. But There's no excuse that your 7 kids did not get on the school bus yesterday. That is something the staff members should have been on your behind about. They should have made sure that you were up, and made sure that you got your. Listen, nobody told you to go have 6 kids, right? Nobody told you to go have 6 babies. You're in a shelter. The shelter is responsible for us to make sure that we're doing what we have to do. That's why we have a counselor to make sure we're doing what we got to do. I'm not bashing her, but I get a little pissed off when I walk into the room and your kids didn't go to school and you sitting somewhere laying on the bed with your phone in your ear. Like, sis, what kind of mother? Like, what you doing? What are you doing? Why didn't your kids go to school today? The kids over there laughing like, oh, we didn't go to school. My mom didn't get us up. Like, come on now. That's not me bashing anybody. That's just me stating facts of what I see. This is what I see. I see the mothers out there smoking cigarettes in the shelter with their baby that's not even 1 year old out in the cold with her while she's smoking a cigarette. Stuff like that. That's not bashing. That's my observation of what I see with my own 2 eyes. But okay, if you leave it to YouTube, the trolls are telling me I'm being mean to the mommies. Why don't you help? Somebody said, why don't you help the mommies? Help them with what? They don't even want to help themselves. What am I going to help with? They don't want to help themselves, so what am I supposed to help them with? What am I supposed to just let them lay around on their cell phone all day and I take care of their kids? Is that what you expect me to do? I got my own problems. But if one of the girls asked me for a hand in something, yeah, I would help her. I would help her. I'm not going to see anybody, struggling with something. If I could do something to help someone, I would. I'm not that type of person, so I don't want people to be thinking, oh, she's this. I'm not. I'm not the person that you think I am. When you see me up here ranting and talking about something, you know something happened. And I'm not going to sit up here and talk about something that didn't happen. If I see it with my own eyes and I feel some type of way about it, you best to believe I'm going to come talk about it on YouTube because that's what I do. Oh, imagine what they say about you. I don't care what they say about me. Ain't too much they can say. What? She get up and go to work every day. She drive her, she go get in her car. She warms up her car. She brings her blankets. That's all I do. I bring my blanket in at nighttime. I go get in my bed. I say hi to them. How y'all doing? How was your day? I say hi to the kids. That's how we do it, baby. I say hello to the children. How was your day? I hope they went to school today. How was school, y'all? They're kids, so I'm going to speak to them. But this, to me, this is the shelters. I blame the shelter for the way those mothers are. Because y'all letting these people just do too much. When we're supposed to be in the shelter to try to get ourselves together and get back out into society and live a better life. Even me, even myself. And I don't have no kids attached to the shelter. But I see a lot of flopping around in there, man. And I blame it on the staff members. I blame it on the management of the shelter. Y'all are allowing people to flop. And what are they learning by flopping around in life? You're not learning nothing. Thankfully, we have a shelter. We have food. They offer us food. They offer us a bed. They offer us blankets, pillows, and stuff that we need to go day to day. Take advantage of it while you're in it. Take advantage of it in a good way and say, hey, I'm grateful. I'm grateful I'm there. I don't like it, but I'm grateful to be there. Because guess what? If I wasn't there, I'd be somewhere out in a cold car, freezing every night. So what I'm going to say, I'm going to be grateful for that. I am grateful for it. It's not the best situation. No, I don't think they should have mommies mixed up with single women. That don't work, not for me, but I got to do what I got to do. I have to endure until better comes my way. And that's that. I'm not going to sit up here and bite my tongue because people want to say I'm doing this and I'm doing that. Y'all say what y'all want. Y'all say what y'all want. Say what you want to say. You being mean and, you should be doing this to helping people. You're being judgmental. So now everything in 2025, when you talk about something that you see with your own eyes, is you being judgmental, is you being mean. Oh, you should help her. Help her with what? She has to help herself first. Technically, I don't see how the parents is not alert from the school. I don't know. They got to be careful because somebody could call DIFUS on that mom. Somebody could call DIFUS on you. Years ago, the person on the base could have a small house, kids, and a car, and still get by. Times have really changed. It's much harder today. I had the family living quarters separate from the single women with no children, also men in separate quarters. Yeah, they got to keep things separated. Danny, the girl in the shelter room with 6 kids, didn't send any of her kids to school. Yeah, her kids didn't go to school yesterday, and I'm going back to the shelter tonight. So I'm gonna ask one of the older kids, did y'all go to school today? Did y'all go to school today? I gotta check on see if y'all went to school. And see, I'm glad I'm not a messy woman. I could be very messy, and you never know when you have children and you're in situations like your kids go to school, your kids go to daycare. You have to be very careful of how you carry yourself with your children because you have people out here that will call DIFUS on you. You have people that will call DIFUS on you in a heartbeat. So you have to always be prepared for that as a mom and watch yourself, watch your step, watch how you move. Always. Because people could call DIFUS on you, a teacher, a gym teacher. Anybody could call the authorities on you. And not saying that anything's going to come of them calling. Not every time someone called DIFUS on a family member, a lot of the times nothing comes of it. The DIFUS come out, they check your house, they check your refrigerator, make sure the kid got food, make sure the kid don't got no bruises on him or whatever. They ask the kid some questions and boom, boom, boom. But you got to be very careful when you're in a school setting and you have multiple children and you're not sending your kids off to school. That's the problem. I wouldn't call them. I wouldn't do that to her. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of stuff that's to the left because one of those counselors in that front office probably would. One of the counselors could call DIFUS on her. That's why they really need to think about the stuff that they're doing and their actions. Look at these kids crossing the road in the dark. Y'all gotta be careful out here, children. Look like teenagers crossing the street out here in the dark. But they just got to tighten up, man. I don't know what her background or her history was with her family and how she was raised, or even with her mother. It could be a generational thing. Maybe her mom was like that with her. I don't think that she's a bad mom, but sometimes even in the morning when the baby get up at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, screaming their head off, the mom is always telling the baby, "Lay the f down, lay down, go sleep, go back to sleep. Stop all that crying. The baby want milk, baby. What are you talking about? Go back to sleep. That's your baby, and your baby is hungry." Your baby's hungry and your baby wants milk. That's what mothers do. Get up and feed your baby milk. That's your baby. You just had a baby, right? I think the baby got to be maybe 7 months or something like that. I forget. I don't really know technically how old the kid is, but the babies are getting up 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning screaming for milk. The baby's not sleeping all day. Well, 6 o'clock in the morning is pretty much the morning, but the baby's screaming for milk. Get up and feed your baby. She'll be like, "Shut up, be quiet." I be hearing her down there because she sleep under me, and I don't know why she moved her bed under mine because I'm in a bunk bed. So she used to be on the bunk beds on the other side, but for some reason she came over to my bunk bed and started sleeping on the bottom bunk. So I'm just like, what is this about? You know what I mean? What is this about? I don't say nothing. I just mind my business, man. I just be like, wow. I'm definitely up there listening. I'm listening. I hear you yelling at that baby. And shoot, yeah, listen. I hear you yelling at your baby, but get up and feed your baby some milk, okay? That's what you're supposed to do when the baby's crying. You feed your baby. And the other girl be doing the same thing. They be mad when those babies get up 5, 6 o'clock in the morning crying. One time the other day, one of the staff members had to come in there because the baby was screaming and the mom was act like she couldn't hear the baby screaming right next to her. So the staff member came in there knocking on the door like, you gonna feed your baby? I'm just like, damn, you gotta tell somebody gotta tell you to feed your baby? Like, come on, ladies, pull it, get it together. Shoot, I don't want to get out of bed either. But for darn sure, you don't want to hear no baby crying for 20 minutes. Get up and feed your baby. It's like you feel like you almost a babysitter to these women, and I know that's probably how the staff feel. Like that run the shelter, they're probably like, because when I came in there my first day, the lady was like, so I was like, what do we do here all day? You know what I'm saying? Are we able to go to sleep when we want to, or if I come in from work and maybe I work a half a day, I come home at 12. I get at the shelter at 12. I said, am I allowed to go into the room and take a nap? She said, yeah. She was like, girl, some of these girls stay in the bed all day. I said, what? She was like, yeah, girl, some of these girls be in the bed all day. You'll be shocked. I said, oh, I see what you're talking about now. No, they shouldn't be in the bed all day. Y'all should be up trying to get some kind of, figure out your life. Map out your life. This shelter stuff ain't going to last forever. That's the mindset that y'all should have. This shelter stuff ain't gonna last forever. But I don't know what's in their mind, honey. Because I see them out there sucking down cigarettes and all types of stuff. I say, oh, y'all got some money to buy cigarettes, huh? Child, it's just funny. I just don't get it. I don't get it. The mentalities. The mentalities. And again, I'm not bashing. I'm just saying, I'm stating what I see every day with my own two eyes. I'm not making up no stories. I'm not making up a facade. I'm letting y'all know, listen, if you want to go into a shelter and you go into a shelter with somebody that got some kids in it, this is the type of stuff that y'all going to have to deal with. So get used to it if you lose your place and you need, you need to seek a warm environment. Yes, I'm warm at night. I'm cozy in my little bed. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that. But when you're in a shelter and you got people that got children, those kids, you never know. You never know. The shelter did you dirty? Staying in bed all day must have a silver spoon. Wow. Yeah, the girl was like, they can stay in bed all day, lazy behind parents. Yep, that's just who they are. And let me tell y'all another story this morning. Since we talking about the shelter, and sometimes some of this stuff I don't even talk about in the live stream, but I'm gonna talk today because I got time to talk and run my mouth. This morning, one of the kids came into the bathroom. So I knocked on the bathroom door this morning. No, I actually opened the bathroom door and there was a boy in there. I guess he was like a 13-year-old. I think he's about 14 years old. He looked like he's in his 20s. He's a big boy. He about looked like he real tall. And he's a big boy for 13 or 14 years old. So I knocked on the door and I didn't knock on the door. I opened the bathroom door. He was in there. So he was in there, I don't know, in the mirror. He wasn't on the toilet or anything. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm just waking up or whatever. So I went into the other bathroom, which is across the hall. The other bathroom that's across the hall, the only thing it has in there is two showers and two sinks. So I was like, well, I'll just go in there and brush my teeth or whatever. So I'm in the bathroom brushing my teeth. 10 minutes later, a girl walks in. She looked like she was a teenage girl. Looked like she was underage. Didn't look like she was an adult. She looked like she was a teenager, probably getting ready for school. Because the teenagers, they go to school before anybody. The high schoolers, they go to school before the younger kids go to school. I'm in the bathroom. She come in. She don't say hi or nothing. I said, oh, sorry. I said, let me move my stuff. I had my stuff scattered all over the sink or whatever. And normally I get up early, and I'm going to start learning to get up earlier so I can get out of the way of everybody. So the girl comes into the bathroom. She ain't say nothing. I just said, hey, let me move my stuff over. I'm sorry, whatever. Give her some space or whatever. Um, I'm brushing my teeth, washing my face with my soap, minding my business. Why this girl stripped naked? The girl strips naked, turns on the shower, and she gets in the shower. Strips naked, don't even care the fact that I'm in there with her. And then I was like, did this girl just take off all her clothes and just stood there? So I'm like, let me get the freak out of this bathroom right now. I don't need no allegations. I don't want no allegations. Oh, the girl in the bathroom was looking at me. Like, this is the problem when you got single people mixed up with people that got children. That's another problem. So I'm like, oh my God, who's this girl's mom? Because God forbid the girl could go to the mom and say anything. You know what I'm saying? So I got off the bathroom as soon as I possibly could. I was like, oh man, let me get the freak out of here. Anytime a child can get naked in front of another adult and not care too much, and the girl she gotta be 13 or 14 years old, maybe 15. I was like, oh no, I'm out of here. I gotta get up earlier to beat the rush of these kids getting up for school. And first of all, if you're a parent, you should have your kids showering at night anyway, so they can just get up, brush their teeth, wash their face, eat breakfast, and get their behinds on the bus. There should never be a situation where another adult is in the bathroom with your child by themselves and you don't know what's going on. That's weird to me as a parent that you don't know where your child is. And then for your kid to strip naked like that in the bathroom in front of me and don't think twice about it, sis, something's up with that. That's very freaking weird. And I was like, you know what? Let me get my behind up out of here because I don't want nobody coming saying nothing about me. Oh, somebody was looking at me. Oh, somebody touched me. Like, girl, why would you strip naked in front of me? That's the problem with mixing single women in with children. These kids are ages 1 all the way up to 15 or 16 years old. I was very uncomfortable. I was like, oh my God, no, this girl did not just strip naked in front of me. It had no problem being naked in front of me. Girl, That was a problem for me. I was like, let me get out of this bathroom. I don't want no problems. Let me get out of here. So like I said, I don't know what these kids are subject to. I don't know what these kids are into or what they were. I don't know. I don't know what their housing situations were. But sis, don't you ever strip naked in this bathroom in front of me again. That's weird behavior for me. That's what I'm saying. When you have the shelter staff should be looking and seeing what's going on inside that place. They should be watching who's coming and going, what's going on in those bathrooms back there, because you never know. And I was like, let me uproot myself from here. I'm going to start getting myself up at like 4 something in the morning to make sure I'm out the way. I don't want to be trapped in the bathroom with nobody's freaking kids, and then somebody run say I did something or I was looking at her or anything like that. We not doing that. It's weird that they got the men got their own section, and the women, we got our own section, but we are in a section with other women that don't have kids. Like, I don't like that. It shouldn't be that way. Because even though I'm not a man, people can still say an allegation against me. Oh, she looked at me, or she touched me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nothing like that being, unfortunately, she may need home training as well, and dangerous where is the dad and staff should be arranged time slot. Yeah, they should. It should be more organized, but unfortunately, it's not. It's probably even worse in the men's child. And from what I see, I'm not really there that often that I see much that's going on with the men, but I don't think the men have any kids with them because that's just weird the way they have it. The people that got kids should be separated. They should only be with families that have children. Me, a single woman, I should be with the other single women, not mixed in with other people's children. And then that's when accusations start flying. Then sometimes the other mommies, they're not taking care of their kids or looking after their kids right there outside smoking cigarettes, and their kids is running wild through the shelter. Nobody's watching these kids. Your mom out there sucking down a cigarette and on the phone with her boyfriend. Like, what am I supposed to do? If your kid fall and bust their head on the ground, that's your problem. Why are you having your kids watching this baby? One time she was telling one of her daughters to get the baby off the bunk bed. So she was yelling at her daughter like, if he fall and bust his head, no sis, if he fall and bust his head, it's your fault. It's not her fault. She's a child. It's your fault. She's yelling at her daughter like, if he fall and bust his head, I'm gonna get you. And I just looked at her like, you gonna get who, sis? Like, this is your responsibility, not hers. So the foolery that I see around there, child, I just be like, girl, if I had somewhere to go, I'd be there. Again, if I had somewhere to go, I'd be there. If I had somewhere to go, I would freaking be there. This ain't the place I want to be at, but this is the place I need to be temporarily until I can find me something better. You know what I'm saying? So trust me, I'm not there because I want to be. I want to escape more than anything. Shoot, I could go back to the other shelter if, it was a little bit more, it was more organized. I'm not going to front to you. Now, the only thing I do like about the shelter is you can sleep if you want to. Like on my day off, I can sleep, but I'm not sleeping in there because it's unorganized. You got the kids all over the place. You know what I'm saying? And she got to go outside when she got 6 kids, and I think she got 5. I think she got 6 kids or 7 kids. 7 kids or 6 kids? 7. I think she got 7. So she got 7 kids, and I think probably 5 of them go to school. So that means you need to go outside and get the 5 kids off the bus at different times. See, she don't want to do that. She's tired. And I get it. But you birthed these kids. Now they're your responsibility to take care of. You birthed them. They're here. You need to take care of them effectively. Because nobody's going to step in and do the job for you. That's your job. But when I see a whole bunch of lazy stuff going on around there. She's telling me she got a job. And I'm like, she was on disability. I think she might be out because I don't know how old that baby is. I'm gonna ask her today, how old is your baby? You know what I mean? Maybe she's out on the pregnancy leave, but that baby is not really even crawling either. So yeah, so that baby's probably young. She's probably off for maternity thing, and that's probably why she's out of work. But she did say she has a job. So I'm like, well, if you go back to work and you're at the shelter, how are you gonna do that with 6 kids? You gotta figure out your work schedule and figure out who's gonna watch your kids. Like she said, her mom. It sounded like she got a decent relationship with her mom, but I don't know. I don't dig into her life and ask, but I damn sure got my eyes open because, baby, I'm watching. I'm watching, I'm looking, and I'm listening, honey. But I don't know. I'm not bashing nobody, man. Who am I to bash? I'm not better than nobody else. But I'm definitely going to speak and talk about, what I see. And like I said, man, if I ever come into some money, some decent money, and I'm able to go try to open up a shelter to help parents, I will help single mothers and single fathers. It's not going to just be a single mother. I'm going to help parents, period. I would love to give back. Who knows what my future might hold? I might come into some money, and I'm definitely going to open up a homeless shelter because I see the way these homeless shelters are being ran, that nobody gives a damn about these people. Nobody cares. Nobody's really genuinely trying to help. Them shelters be getting so many donations and so many extras, so many things. Half the stuff you don't see because the staff members be stealing it. They think nobody know. Like, y'all, they be stealing stuff and think somebody's stupid and don't know. What the? I'm trying to. That's not it. I just had to run me an errand before I get back to the shelter. But yeah, man, I want y'all to be a little bit more respectful. A little bit more respectful of me and my channel because guess what? I don't care what y'all think. I'm going to keep on talking. Keep on talking, spreading the good joy, the good news. We're going to keep spreading the good news of the shelter. Because people need to know, man, the shelters are not for the weak of heart. You got to really, you got to really be a determined person to get yourself back together. It's hard to get yourself back together. Like, you could get yourself in something in 2 seconds, and then it could take you 2-3 years to get yourself clean, get yourself cleaned up from the damage that's been done to my life. Like, I damaged myself, I damaged my life. I put a dent on my life. And it's all my fault. I take full accountability for my actions. I don't sit here and blame my mom, blame my sister. I ain't blaming nobody. This is my problem. This is my issue. It's my issue, baby. And I'm taking full accountability, full responsibility, baby. I gotta go in here and do something. I'm gonna keep this on for a minute. It's probably even worse in the men's child. I can't imagine. Home training. She may need home trainers where the dog staff should be arranged. Yeah, them staff members is lazy, man. They be lazy. Everybody want to collect their money, but nobody really want to put in the work to try to make something better for someone. Like, it sucks, man. And I see it. I see a need in the shelter community. I see a need. I would turn that crap around and really just care about people, man. But I gotta run in here for a second, y'all. I'll be right back. I just gotta get some mail. I had some mail coming to my sister's house. So I'm gonna go get that mail, child, because I need it, honey. We gonna go get my mail. And then I gotta go to the bathroom too. But I'm gonna leave the camera. I'm gonna leave this running. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna be right back, okay? I'm not gonna stop my live stream. When you do live stream, you want that live stream to keep going as long as you can. But I'll be back, y'all. I'll be back, y'all. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, you guys. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit, okay? I'm going to stop the live and I'm going to proceed later. I'll talk to y'all later.